They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ready to throw, Huntley. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
19 yards there on the catch and run. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Browns now at 2-5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Huntley to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Here's Huntley. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now throwing on first down here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Howell's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, Howell to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun on third down. Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Drops it off for Chubb. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Mims. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Chubb. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd down and goal. Powell to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Powell, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Sly able to put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Howell. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's one of those calls where you play it safe, but you're hoping that maybe something might spring for you, because instead of forcing ball downfield on 3rd and long, maybe you can hit them with something underneath, break a tackle or two, pick up a block, and see what happens. Not here, though. Good job reading the screen, and it sets up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Throwing here, Howell. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Gesicki. 74 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And able to get this out to the 25. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. On first down, Howell. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Off play action. It's Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they go play action with Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Howell. And he's got it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready.
To throw, Huntley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Ready, ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. The 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Take it at about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Huntley to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Chum will try the middle here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down.
They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Huntley. And that will be incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. It does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
1st down, how to throw.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. 36 yards on the play.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.